Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to tonight's training titled "Let's Talk Numbers." Make sure you go ahead and send those last-minute texts and messages out to your teams. I am so excited about the training that I'm going to do with you tonight. If this is your first time on the call, welcome on behalf of me, of the council, and of the whole company. So with that said, for those that do not know me, because I want to get right into the information that I have here for you guys tonight. For those that do not know me, my name is Jessica Rios. I'm 23 years old. When I was 21, I got introduced into the industry. I began in the industry, and I told myself, I want to change the world. But if you want to change the world, you have to change yourself. I always knew that I wanted to do more, that I wanted to be more, that I wanted to go for more. But I knew that if I wanted to do anything at all, I had to become more. I had to do more, and I had to be more myself. So, at that point, I told myself, if by age 25, I can make 6 figures residually, it was worth it. If by age 30, I could become a millionaire and said, I did this because I wanted to do it, and you can do it as well, it was worth it. And pretty much coming from a medical and a law in first background in school, right, in college, I realized that I wanted to help people, but I couldn't help anybody unless I first, helped myself. So with that said, my plan is no 9 to 5. My plan is no 5 to 9. My plan is not to be employed, not to be self-employed. My plan is not even to have one business, but multiple businesses. My plan is to go out there and tell somebody else, you can find what you love and turn your passions into a paycheck and, make it a profession out of it and go live, because you deserve that thing called time freedom and that thing called financial freedom that everybody does. So with that said, that's a little bit about me. What I want to get into today is you, whether you want to be the investor I didn't know that I could be. You, whether you want to be the entrepreneur that I did not know I could be, right? If you want to be the executive, the business owner, understand that what you do does not, it says a lot about you. However, it's better than being that employed person. It's better than being that self-employed person. And I'm going to share with you why in a second. I knew that I was not placed on this earth to be a follower. I knew that, I could lead. I did not know I could be a leader, but I knew I could lead. So with that, I went out and I found myself a personal mentor that completely changed my mindset, that completely changed my habits. And I realized that was just the beginning. This is just the beginning of it. And thanks to that, I realized, wait, if I can be the mentee, I can also be the mentor. And if I can follow and I can lead, then I could also be the leader. I can also be that mentor, So, us right here on this call deserve that time freedom, deserve that financial stability, independence, and freedom. And it's for us. So with that said, it's time to water the green. And what I mean by that is, if you are familiar with the 4 types of personalities, first and foremost, I hope you have your pen and pad with you, because note takers are money makers. If you're red, if you're blue, if you're yellow, or if you're green, what does that mean? By the end of this training, I would love to see these emojis, meaning you are watering the green, you are knowing your numbers, because what I'm about to say is just numbers. So let's talk numbers. If you're red, that means you're somebody who has a strong, dominant personality, right? You want to familiarize with the shark, you could say. It's somebody who is going to win, has a win-win mentality. However, there's downsides to a red. If they're not with other reds, their red goes down. But this is not what that call is about. A blue, that's somebody who attracts people, the life of the party. They're loud. They love to have fun, right? A blue also has downsides just like any other color. A blue cannot focus. A blue can, easily get distracted. A yellow is somebody who cares, right? Somebody who wants to help, who puts others before themselves first. That's a yellow. Again, there's also downsides. They might not put themselves first, right? They might want to help so many people, they don't help themselves first. And then we have the green. The green is the numbers person, the analytical, the overthinker. They like the facts. Give it to me straight. And the truth of the matter is, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what you do, you have all 4 colors. And as a matter of fact, green for myself is actually my third, meaning my strongest is red, then I have my blue, and then it actually is green, and then my lowest is yellow. Everybody has different ones. No matter what you have 2 dominant ones, but you should work on all of them. That's why I wanted to title today's training, Time to Water the Green. Why? Because if you're red, you have to naturally, adopt from all the other colors to have a happy life. If you're totally, more green, or green is your dominant, you have to do the vice versa. That's the complete opposite spectrum. You have to adopt from the red, from the blue, from the yellow. It does not matter. But everybody should water their green. So with that said, runny numbers. Part 1 of this training is business. Part 2 is the markets. And because I want to make sure we go through everything, I'm going to time myself here. I want you to ask yourself, am I, right? Are my numbers on the negative? Meaning, are they on the lower end, or are they on the positive? Are they on the higher end? What that means is, in business, step 1, you should know why. And I want you to take copious notes with the intent, not only to learn them, but to teach them, to share them with your team, and to pass it on. Ask yourself, does my team, right? Do we know our whys? And how many times, how many numbers, how many times have they changed? See, because if your why has not changed, then you have not grown. Same thing. The second thing after you do your business, after you know why you're doing your business, you have to know what are your goals, short-term and long-term. At that point, you also have to ask yourself, how many times have my goals changed? Because if you have not changed your goals, then that means you are not growing, you are not changing. So, moving on from that, after you have your why, after you have your goals, then we go into the list. See, the whole point of a list is that you have a list. When you have a list, you can start striking out things. When you start striking out things, you can start changing. You can start growing. And a list can grow itself. You should have a list for absolutely everything you can. See, when you have a list, the only thing that you're doing is you're giving yourself a check from the neck up. Am I bullshitting, or am I hitting the goals? Am I hitting the list? Am I hitting my why? Am I changing it? Am I growing it? Right? So, once you have your list in your business, you know who to talk to, right? And the list is actually designed so that it's easy, not so it's hard. So with that said, right, I want you to check. I want you to ask yourself, right, after your why, after your goals, and after your list, are your services set up, first and foremost? And then B, am I plugged into the system? And am I following the system? Once A and B are knocked out, you can move forward. What is moving forward? Moving forward is now we can go to work. And when you can go to work, this is what happens. See, you can do easy work, but that's only going to bring you easy money. And easy money does not last. But when you do hard work, you make hard money, and hard money does last. So, establish that. Let's get it to the T. This is why this is called Let's Talk Numbers. See, if you do a T chart, on the left, you should have the bad, the wrong. What can possibly go wrong? What can possibly be bad? At that point, now on the right side, you have the good, the right. What good can come out of this? What can, go right instead of what can go wrong? At that point, you check yourself in 4 different ways. 1, you're following the system. 2, you're trusting the process. 3, you're staying the course. And 4, now you can go and tell a friend. Now you can go and tell the family. See, at that point, let's talk numbers. Your list, your team, right, is the minimum. Our list is a minimum 200. See, your mentor, your leader, your partner does not tell you to have a list of 200 just because they want you to have a list of 200. No. See, that's no exceptions. That's setting the expectations right off the bat. When you have a list of 200, that list of 200 can grow itself. So let's talk numbers. A list of 200. See, the fact is, by age 18, we know 1,000 people, no matter who you are, no matter where you live, no matter what you do, by first name basis, face to face, belly to belly, however you want to see it. Meaning, if you were to have a wedding, your list minimum would be of 200 people, and you have to, go through that quantity to find the quality people that you want to spend that quality time on your big day. And God forbid something were to happen to you today. See, you don't know how much time you have left, but you already know how much time has passed. But in less than 2 hours, in less than a day for sure, 200 people would have already found out that you are no longer here physically, spiritually, So besides that, what happens is when you have a list of 200, you're not setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for success. A list of 100 does this. So if you have a list of 100, what happens is you talk to 100 people. You show the plan 30 times. You show the plan 30 times. You're going to have 10 people who are serious. You have 10 people who are serious. You're going to have 2 to 3 business partners that are smart enough to start to begin with. right? That's a guaranteed generator right there, right? See, when you grow your network, let's say you have 2 to 3 partners, you no longer have a list of 200. Now you have a list of 800, and numbers don't lie. See, the system works. What does not work is people. And that's why they, things are not going to happen if you don't follow the system, if you don't work the numbers, if you don't make it happen. So look at it this way. Out of 10, that you talk to, 3 are going to be open. Out of 3 that are open, 3 are open. Out of those 10 that are open, change it, change the mindset, change the numbers a little bit. Out of 10 that are open, you're going to be speaking to 2 to 3 on the phone. Out of 10 that you speak with on the phone, 2 to 3 are going to be smart enough to start. But that's just, the basic. That's just the starting. So think about it this way. In 7 days, if you put 10 people in front of your business, you're obviously working the 7-10, which means you're going to have 2 to 3 business partners. In the MBA, it only takes 3 to make 1 million or 3 to make 5 million. The difference is, do you have the mentality, oh, I have to get 3, help 3, get 3? Or do you have the mentality of, I'm going to get 3 who have the same 6-figure mentality. I'm going to get 3 who are smart like me. I'm going to get 3 who are going to start like me. I'm going to get 3 who are going to run like me, who are going to talk numbers, not talk people, but talk ideas, talk brands, talk businesses, talk goals, talk lives, right? Talk dreams. So moving on from that, in business, see, what you're doing when you're following the system is very simple. You're sending some information with the video, following our system, right? You're not going to send information, however, to somebody who is not open, right? But if somebody is open, you send information at that point. At that point, when you're showing the plan, you're showing the video so that you don't have to be there. What happens is when you're sharing the service, see, you got started. You're already a product of the product. You're already a product of the system. You're already following the system. There's 2 people, the ones that have to see it to believe it and the ones who believe it before they see it. And see, that says a lot about somebody. At the point of you connecting, right, your prospect, your future business partner, to your mentor, to your leader, to your, to your mentor, they're breaking down the business for you. What they're doing is 1, answering questions for you, and 2, clarifying the details. When you clarify the details, see, now you understand what business really is. Because yes, of course, everything is for everybody, but not everybody is for everything. It's simple. And once you know that, now you're talking numbers, right? If somebody is asking you, does it work? Well, let me give you a quick, check. Hello, with or without you, the stock market is making 20 billion a day. Yes, I think it works. Hello, with or without you, the Forex market is making 5.3 trillion a day. Yes, I think it works, right? So let them answer their own questions here and there. But let's talk numbers. 10 3-ways will give you 2 to 3 business partners. That means 23 ways will give you 4 to 6 business partners. That means 33 ways will give you 9 to 12 business partners, right? That is just knowing numbers, however. Let's talk about doing numbers. See, when you're doing numbers, you understand that even the follow-up failure, right? Prospecting is everything, but fortune is in the follow-up. So what you know at that point is 48% of business owners are never going to follow up. That's just facts. 25% are going to do it 2 times, just 2 times, just 1, 2, and then quit. And quitters don't win. We all know that. And then 12% are going to do it 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and then they're going to quit. And we know that winners win and don't quit, right? And after that, only 10% are going to, follow up more than 3 times. What does that tell you? See, if you set the bar high, you're going to attract the winners. If you set the bar low, you are going to lose the losers. Knowing that, understand that only 2% of people get started on their first exposure in anything they do. Going to the gym, trying to learn a new language, trying to cook, trying to do whatever it is they want to do. Only 2 people will, are what I call balling. You cannot be balling, and I learned this from my mentors, if you're not willing to go all in. But see, somebody who gets started in that first exposure is a day of. They get started the day of. They go all in. Only 3% of people will start after their second exposure, 5% after their third exposure, 10% after their fourth exposure, which means 80% of anybody who does anything anywhere is going to start after they looked into it 5 to 12 times. Not 1, not 2, not 3. But by 3, people already quit. And by 3, people already made 1 million, 5 million, and plus. See, ask yourself, how many drops have I dropped? And how many drips have I collected? Okay, so let's talk numbers. If you do these numbers, 1, correctly, 2, consistently, and 3, long enough, you can't do just one and not the other. Talking by experience, I know how to follow the system correctly. I know that I have that no IQ, that stay the course, that I got this, I will win mentality. But everybody, no matter what you do and how you do it, you have to be consistent in everything you do. You're not going to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, in a single month by pushing so hard as you would have if you don't even care about the number. But if I go every single day for 30 days, if I go every single day for 60 days, if I go every single day for 90 days, I'm going to see the changes, right? So there's a reason why 95% of our world, right, does not work. They slave for 5% of the world economy. And there's a reason why 5% does not have a 5 to 9, does not have a 9 to 5, and why that same percentage actually owns 95% of the global wealth, right? Why the top 10% own more than 80% of the financial markets. So think about it. Do you want to be on the side of the 10% that makes 6 figures even linearly, or do you want to be on the side of the 1% who makes 6 figures residually? There's a difference. So understand this. Let's talk numbers. Out of 100 people, 27 are not motivatable. I'm sorry. No matter what you say, nothing is going to happen. So what do you do with them? Nothing. Out of 60 people, out of those 100, are motivatable. Those are people you give 2 options to. Out of 10 out of 100 are self-motivated. Those are people that you do not babysit, but you build up. And only three individuals out of 100 are the self-motivated ones. Those are the leaders. Those are the mentors. Those are the 6-figure earners, the builders, right? And at the end of the day, motivation, inspiration, it's really trash if you don't, 1, know it, 2, actually strategize with it, and 3, execute with it, right? So think about a deck of cards. A deck of cards has 52 cards. However, it only has 4 aces. Look for the aces, find the aces, and work with the aces. Ask yourself, do I want to have a team of 80 doing 20% of the work, or I want to have a team of 20 doing 80% of the work? See, this notion of balancing time and money is not real. It's not what you do with, how much time you have. It's what you do with the time you have. So with that said, don't talk, right? Don't talk. Yeah, don't talk. Speak to people. Don't just hear. Listen to people. Shut up and listen to them, right? Don't text them. Call them. Understand that when you're calling someone, no matter who it is, that's money talking. You could be making money. That is time talking. You could be spending that time doing something else. That is their plan talking. That is their goals talking. That is their dreams talking. See, let's talk numbers. Friendships and partnerships. Not every friendship is designed to turn into a partnership. Why? Because every partnership is a friendship. However, let's be honest, with a friend, you probably will not be as honest as you can be with a friend as you will with a partner who is also your friend. See how that changes? So yes, you're the same person, but think about this. Money does not talk. Wealth is silent. At the end of the day, it's obedient. It listens. But the truth of the matter is, in business, if you do not know how to control your emotions, you do not know how to control your money. That's facts. And I did not say that. Actually, it was Warren Buffett. I read it somewhere. And what I want you to know is, let's talk numbers. How many times have you picked up that phone and told family and friends, listen, this is not personal. Listen, this is important to me. Listen, I don't know if you want to see me succeed, but I want to see you succeed. I want to see you do better, go for better, be better, but this is urgent. I have to talk to you now. I have to talk to you tonight. I have to talk to you the latest in the next 24 hours. Are you putting that sensitivity, that sense of urgency, of time sensitivity in there? See, are you telling them, listen, to be honest, with or without you, I'm doing this. With or without you, this happens in business. With or without you, this happens in the markets. See, it's either they're open or they're not. They either want to make money or they don't. And here's the deal. Show them the deal. When you show them the deal, when you look at every single person that you want to work with, that you want to help, like the only person, things will start changing around. And numbers are numbers. Green is green. Business is business. So let's talk numbers in the last 5 minutes that we have here. Ask yourself, my green, am I watering my green? My green, my growth, is it on the negative, on the lowered aspect, or is it on the positive, on the higher aspect, right? Am I changing? Am I growing? Is it gradual growth or is it geometric growth, right? Let's talk numbers, time. Sometimes it's just the way you break down your time. So let's talk about that. And I'm gonna give you 4 ways to break down your time as you should be breaking it down the wisest possible way. 1, that's the doing now. That's the immediately, right? 2, delegate. Delegate means, do I have to do this like now, right now, or can I get somebody else to do it? Not even me do it, right? Weigh your options, lay down on the table, do that T-chart, do the bad, the wrong, do the good, the right, and find out, is it a do it now, meaning there's no tomorrow, there's no yesterday, it's today, right? Or not today, but let me delegate it, right? That's 2. 3 is drop it. Meaning that is not important or urgent. That is not even, urgent and not important. That is, not important but not urgent. No, that's neither important nor urgent. So what do? You drop it. It's something that you consider a priority. That's an option. That shouldn't be on your planner. Should not make it to your schedule, much less to your calendar. So with that said, the last way to, look at your time is to defer your time. Meaning not now, kind of like the nose you get, right? But sooner than later, right? Not yet, but I will get to it either tomorrow, this week, but not by the end of this month, before the end of this month, right? That is time. So let's talk numbers. 3 ways. How many 3 ways did you do today? How many 3 ways did you do yesterday? Events, meetings. How many meetings have you been to? How many meetings have you done, right? Appointments. How many appointments have you set? How many appointments have been set for you? Right? Trainings. How many trainings have you attended? How many trainings are you hosting? Right? Events, offline, online. Where was the last one? And now, with the last 4 minutes that we have, part 2, the markets. See, numbers do not lie. And at the end of the day, numbers say a lot. They say worth, right? We know our platform. Are you really sharing the value of our platform, right? Accounts, allocations. I don't have time, but ROIs are, whether you're using the live peep rooms, whether you're sticking to the old school method of trade alerts, whether you're sticking to the, convenience trading tools, whether you actually have the hands-free algorithm working for you, allocation. Reach out to me, reach out to your leader, reach out to your mentor. If you're on the simplifier, if you're on the accelerator, right? If you're on the multiplier, if you're doing binary options, if you're doing stocks, if you're doing Forex, reach out. Because understand that you're not here to do it by yourself. But in order to know the numbers, know them first, then do them and see how that's going to change for you. So if you want your allocation from 0 to 5,000 to 10,000 plus, reach out to your leaders and we will get that for you so that you don't get ahead of your plan, so that you understand that patience does work. But you have to be doing it correctly, you have to be doing it consistently, and you have to be doing it long enough. And the numbers in the markets do not lie. So with that said, let's know our numbers. Let's not just talk numbers. Let's water our green. Let's be humble and let's do numbers. And with that said, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your time. And understand that it's not just about you doing it out there. It's not about you just taking these notes. It's about you taking them and going out with the intent to teach them to your teams, to your family, to your friends who still don't. It's not the lack of time. It's not the lack of money. It's the lack of not even knowledge and information. It's the lack of access. And you have access with a simple device with data, thanks to our company, our platform, our system, our support. So leverage that. Be the leader. Be the mentor. And I can only hope that you got value from this Let's Talk Numbers, Time to Water the Green training tonight. So with that said, see you at the top or from the top. Have a great night and God bless.